Hi everybody, it's Lene. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. So I haven't done a file folder project in a while, and I picked up these pastel file folders at the Dollar Tree, and I've been wanting to use this little Sweet Pea 6x6 patterned paper for a while. This is from Paper Wishes hot off the press. So let's take a look at this. Of course, it's 6x6, and I just love the pink. I just woke up in a pink mood, I guess, because it's very pink. And then the adorable little sweet pea flowers. We've got some lime green in there. Love a pink stripe. And then the little black butterflies, and then this one, bang. I love that one. The little cutouts, and then it's just repeating after that. So definitely want to use that one. This one just makes me happy. So one of the things I noticed from these, I've been using Dollar Tree file folders, the manila kind, for years, and they're just like any other file folder. When I grabbed these, I expected the same. These are so thin, you guys. These are just so thin. I was shocked. I took them out of the package last night and I was like, what in the world? They just feel like construction paper thin. But that's okay. We're going to end up putting a lot of layers of paper on them anyway, so it may work to our benefit. I'm not sure whether or not I want to use the pink. The pink in this color is not quite the right pink for this, but then there's kind of some yellow tinges in the sweet peas and maybe that, but I think, I'll have to think about it for a minute, but I think I'm going to go with the pink, and we might be able to ink a little bit. Maybe add a little blush pink to the edges, see if we can get a little closer. So here's what I'm thinking. This is what I have been working on. So a little 6x6 file folder cut down, okay? You're gonna open it up. Don't pay attention to the little hole punches. I was kind of experimenting. Gotta have a couple of pockets here. We're gonna put some papers in here. Oh, I forgot to grab them. Last night at 11:30 at night, I decided it was a good idea to dye some papers. And of course, I wanted to dye them pink. So I'll grab those and show you. But yeah, I ended up having to cut off the little tab, you know, the thing that makes it the cute file folder, to get this shape. But then I thought, okay, we're just gonna glue it in here and we're gonna put paper over that so it's not gonna show that that's just glued in. So that's the mock-up. That's what we're going for. Also going to use some elastic cording through here to strap the papers in. So we're making a nice little 6x6 file folder journal. If that sounds like fun, yeah, stick around, and I'm going to go grab those pink papers. All right, so these papers, I hope you can see how pink these are. They're just very light, blushy pink. Okay, maybe around the edges here you could pick up the darker pink. So how I did this, if you watch my coffee dyed video, which I'll link this at the end, I did it in the exact same manner, except I substituted out coffee for red food coloring. Okay, I thought about using ink or, you know, misting spray, but I wanted to dry them quickly. So, and that's kind of the whole point of that process of drying them in your oven. Watch the coffee dyeing video. It's just like 8 minutes long. But yeah, I didn't want to be up all night doing these, and I wanted them ready for today. So I did dry them in the oven, and you just do a quick little bath of the sort of light red food coloring and water, and dunk them, and then let them dry on a cookie sheet in your oven for like 3 minutes. And I do a stack of 3 or 4 at a time, and I got through these really quickly, and they're just a really cute shade of blush pink. And then yeah, so I just thought they turned out really fun, and I think they'll look really cute in our little journal. And because you can replace the papers in the journal when these run out, you could add some more. All right, so let's cut down our file folder. All right, so it doesn't matter where this little notched piece ends up. It doesn't matter. We're gonna cut it off anyway, and it'll work just fine. So, paper cutter. First of all, we're gonna cut this to 8.5 inches wide, and we're just keeping it in, together, folded. No need to open it up. So we're going to do 8.5 inches wide, and then we're going to cut it again to 6.5 inches. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to cut it 6.5 first, because I want to keep this intact. And if I cut it, I'm trying to remember how I did this last night, 8.5 up to 6.5. Okay, let's just do a little mark because I want to lead some of this. Let's see. Let's do 6.5 first. So we're going to do 6.5 inches here. And then turning it. Now we're going to do it 8.5 inches wide. Or sorry, my dog was having a little issue there, Oscar. All right, so now we're going to do 8.5 inches tall. Okay, so now we have to accommodate for the pockets. So I got to get my scoreboard, which is currently buried. Here we go. Okay, so our pockets are going to go up like this. All right, so I'm going to score my pocket fold at 2.25. Oh, let's write some stuff down. Okay, so first of all, 8.5 inches by 6.5 inches, and then 2 1/4 score. There we go. Okay, so 2.25. We're just doing 2.25 because we want to leave enough wiggle room. All right, and then I ran out of space on my scoreboard, so we're going to turn this over because I'm a little bit longer than my scoreboard, and we're just going to score it from this side for that much. There we go. All right, so now we're going to open this up again. Now we're going to accommodate for a little gusset on either side of this main fold. There's gussets here for the file folder, okay? They're not really usable gussets, so we're going to go ahead and just do, just like on my scoreboard here, we're going to go over 1/8 of an inch on each side of this main one. Let me see if I can darken this up for you guys with a pencil so you can see it. This is the fold that comes with the file folder. Okay, and then we're going to just go on this side of it. Ooh, see, that's how thin this paper is. It's crazy. We're going to go all the way down, and then we're going to go 1/8 of an inch on this side of it, on the side of that main fold. Okay, now we're going to fold on that new score, and then turn it over. And this is going to accommodate for those thick papers that we're placing in there. All right, so there is our little gusset there. Okay. All right, so now I think we're done with the scoreboard. Now I'm going to need the paper trimmer back because we are going to take our little scrap pieces here and we're going to cut this piece in half. Actually, we want to measure from that center fold, Let's measure that to this outside edge and make sure, yes, it's still 6.5 inches, Lene. And we're going to pop this open. We're going to cut this down to 6.5 inches. Right on that line. Okay. And this is going to go right inside there. I think I'll turn it this way. But it's going to land right on that fold, and I don't want it to interfere with that fold. So actually I'm going to trim a tiny little bit more off, like 1/8 of an inch. Let's see if this works better. Yep, that's much better. All right, now we only have this much. This is 3 inches. This is only 3 inches tall by a little less than 6.5 inches. And we want to make another pocket right here, but that pocket doesn't need to go all the way down. It's going to get covered, right? So we're just going to put it kind of evenly spaced so you have 3 parts here. But we're also going to punch a little notch in there. So I've got my 2-inch circle punch. What we're going to do is we're going to fold this like this, and we're going to go ahead and do our notch right here so that we get them even on both sides. Why not? Why punch 3 times when you can punch twice? So we're going to do that just like that. And then this one I can just align with this one, turn it around, so this one's going to line up really, really nicely. Oop, there we go. Okay, so they're all nice and even. Okay, there we go. I like how that looks. Now, I'm not going to glue this down quite yet because I thought I would go ahead and use some of these 6x6 papers and decorate these a little bit, the back. So we're going to wait to glue all this down. But one thing that we can do is do our little missing tab piece that we cut off. So we've got these pieces are left. And we're going to end up using the whole thing, okay? We're going to make tags and things out of these. So put these to the side. And this little piece right here, we're going to cut down so it's just going to go right there. So a reminder that this is 6, just, well, 6 3/8. It's kind of not quite 6.5 there. Long. Okay, and then we're just going to cut this down to, like, including that tab. It really just doesn't need to be very wide. So like 1.25 inches if you're like measuring from here to here. So that's what we're getting. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this piece right there. And I just want to be even with the sides. There we go. And then I did notice a little notch right there, like little extra, because I moved it up so it didn't interfere with the fold. I'll just trim that little tiny bit off. All right, now another thing we can do before we start covering. So I've got my little corner rounder. Ugh. I don't like these things because they're so unpredictable what they're gonna do. So you know what I found is if you put another scrap piece with it, because it generally does this because it's the paper's too lightweight. So way to go, dollar store. Let's see. There you go. And then on this one right here, we can't really round that. So I think what we're going to do with that is just take some little scissors and kind of just do our own little round on it. Just kind of go like this. Just a little bit. But we can round these down here. These should punch better because they're thicker. There we go. Get rid of all of our little scrap pieces. All right, I think we're set there. Now we get to have some fun and look at what we're going to do for the covers. Or cover. Now we could add some black in because we have, you know, that really cute black paper. It's on the back of this one. How cute is that? That's just adorable. We could like round those sides, so cute. And then we could like layer something with that and then something with that, and we could have something really cute going on the cover. I love that. And then we could add a little black on the inside by really playing up these. So I think that's the way we're gonna go. So let's just open this up, and we can just use this. This size is great, that's why we went with this one. And then we're gonna go ahead and, this is kind of a little rough edge over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and round this corner, hope that it's heavy enough. Yep, it worked. Ugh. Where's my scrap piece? Oh, it worked this time. All right, that's gonna be the base of the front cover. I love, love, love that. Don't worry, we have lots more of these pretty papers to use. Okay, so that's gonna go right there. And then loving the stripe. So we could cut this one down to have a nice little black border. I'm thinking we're gonna cut this one to like 4 inches square. I want to see that black paper. I want to see lots of that black paper. That's so cute. And then we've got this little one, which we could put in the front of that one. So we can cut this one down to 3 inches square. All right, so you get where we're going, like that. Don't worry about all these little extra papers because we're going to use those for tags, things like that. We have this little cutout sheet. We can use that too. So I think what I'm going to do right from the jump is add a little bit of black ink to the edge of this one, just to pull that black in from the beautiful black paper. There we go. That can go right there. All of these papers are so cute. Every time I turn one over, I'm like, oh, cute. You guys do that too. Okay, there we go. Cute little, maybe we'll like foam tape that one. Let's foam tape it. wheel of foam tape is getting smaller and smaller. I have to buy some more. Now I think I'm going to wait on actually putting this foam tape piece on here because we're going to be covering a lot of things on the inside and I don't want to have this opened and have it kind of bumpy and stuff. So I'm just going to put this up here with my little embellishments and try to remind myself that I'm supposed to do something with that. All right, so then we're going to go to the back cover, and then on the back we could do something like pink with pink. We could do a little lighter pink like that. I like that one. And you know, the back cover always kind of gets the not perfect great paper. This is really beautiful, so I think we've stepped it up a little bit. I always kind of use the one I like the least, but these are all so beautiful. Okay. Oops, I want to make sure to round this one to stay consistent. Okay, there we go. So while I'm gluing and such, I'll remind you guys that at the end of this video, you're going to learn how I love to give away my projects to my subscriber friends. So I'll tell you all about it in more detail, but yeah, every week when I do a project, I want to get it out of my hair and out of my house, so I want to give it away. Otherwise, I would be up to my ears in projects, and I want to share them. All right, so we've got our cover kind of squared away. So let's talk about these cute little pocket pieces that are so cute. I got to get my little paper stash out of here. So I'm loving this black again. And then like we could use that. I love the stripe. So cute. You know, totally should have punched that after I covered it with paper, but we'll make it work. And then maybe we'll put like this one back here. That would be really cute. Keep that whimsy. Love a little whimsy. And then there's another one. Put this back here. We'll cut it down because we don't need to waste all that paper that's not going to show. That can stick off that back edge too. And then this is really cute. I love the idea of bringing in these little butterflies like that. To take that one and that one. And then you've got the black coming in. And then we could do a black pocket here. I think we got it. All right, so let's start by doing the back papers here. First of all, this one, we can cut it down a little bit. I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I think I'm just going to go for it because I probably only would cut off about an inch or so. I'm going to move this over because I'm on that fold line. You always just want to be aware of where your fold lines are and kind of give them space. All right, this one, I think I can cut this one in half. Okay, and we're just gonna round this top corner. This is gonna go right there. This is gonna be so fun and like colorful and pink. When my daughter was 6, she'd had a blue sort of nursery color in her room, and she was a big girl, so she was ready to pick out her own color of paint. And so we let her pick it out, and I took her to the paint store and she said she wanted pink. So I kind of foolishly let her pick the exact shade. And when I tell you the pink she chose was so pink, it was brutally pink. And I didn't stop her. I thought, okay, I said, you're going to have to live with this for a while because we're not going to paint again. I know, Mom. And a couple of years later, she was ready for a different color. I said, no, got to live with it. Okay, so right here, you guys, is where we're going to go ahead and make a little mark because I want a little border going around this. So I'm just going to mark it right here. It's going to be tucked in below the other pocket, but I want to, you know, waste as little paper as possible. There we go. All right, so now we're going to glue that right there. Now I could go ahead and I could punch it so that it would have this little pink line going around the punch. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it right here, but I'm going to leave that part not have glue on it so we don't get glue all over our punch. And it's just going to go like this, and then I'm going to take my circle punch that I thought I was done with, and we're just going to go like this. Just have to align that edge as close as we can. Ooh. There we go. And that's going to go right there. That's going to look really sweet. All right, and then the other side of that had that cute little butterfly, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're leaving that pink border, so we're leaving enough room there to have a little pink border below. And I'm going to be a smart girl, and I'm going to cut both of these because I want to have a match. They're going to get cut both at the same time. Okay. That's going to go there, and that's going to go there. Okay. So once again, we're putting glue up to where we're going to have our little punch. We don't want to have glue on that. Ooh, I should have rounded that. Is it too late? Can we get it? We'll see. Yes. Okay. Let's do this one. All right. I think I'm going to move this one over so it's a little closer to this line, because this line is throwing it off a little bit. There we go. Okay. Like that. So now we got to accommodate for those punches again. I think we're done with this for a little bit. I'm going to keep it on my desk though. Whew. Remember, I'm the girl who didn't like the Jack in the Box as a kid. So things flying up at me. Ugh. All right, so the inside is looking good. Ooh, that has something stuck to it. Get rid of those. Okay, so that's how that's going to look. I think we're ready to glue it down. Then we're going to add some little punches here, just using a little hole punch. I like to use a 1/8 inch hole punch because it just, you know, you have the larger 1/4 inch, which is standard, this big one, and then it just leaves this gaping hole. But use what you have, by all means. Now this part is where I love using liquid glue, because if I didn't get it straight or there's too much space between here, I think we're looking good. There are 2 pockets. Now we're ready to do these. We only need to do here, here, here. Okay, that's coming together. So, as you can see, you guys, not hard, okay? You got the measurements is the hardest part, and I did that one with you. So, you know, you've got your structure is good to go. So, I'm kind of separating out all of my paper here so I know what I have to work with on my scraps. Put this over here. Okay, so the next thing is I want to look at my paper, my pink paper. Here we go. All right, so I want to fold these in half. Let's try this one. I want to fold, this is just 8.5 by 11 printer paper. Okay, just what you would use for your printer. Okay, and it's going to go in just like that. Because this is 11 inches, 8.5 by 11, so it's 5.5 inches wide paper in our about 6-inch wide, 6.5 inch wide, 6.25 inch wide little journal. So we want to cut this down, just this little part right here, but it's okay, we're going to use the rest of that. And I want to have a nice little kind of border on that. So I'm going to cut, I think, like 2 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to try one, see what I like it, if I like it at that. That way I haven't destroyed everything. So always, yeah, check it out. Got a little spot on this one. What is that? Okay, we'll put something cute over it. All right, so yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna cut down some paper and then we'll come back. Okay, papers are cut down and I just stacked them. I recommend, as painstaking as it is, especially when you're working with dyed papers because they're kind of lumpy and they're not perfectly flat, fold them individually, cut them individually, stack them individually. You could get by with 2 at a time, but yeah, no more than that. All right, so now we're gonna get ready to put these in. I'm gonna be using, this is 1 millimeter stretchy elastic cording. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Temu, you can probably find it at your local craft store, probably in the beading section. And this is sort of a burgundy color. I wish I had dark pink, but I don't. I can't find my white. It's buried somewhere in my craft room. So what we're gonna do is to secure this, we're gonna take the 1/8 inch hole punch and we're gonna punch it right on our center fold line, and we want to get in about, let's measure, about 1/2 inch from each end. Okay. And I've already cut this to size. We're going to open our pages to the center. And as I said, this journal is, the papers are replaceable. So there's about, I don't know, 25 pages in this one that I'm giving away. Hold on to the end to learn about that. And we're going to put it just like this. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do this the other way. I'm going to start it from the outside because I want the little knot that's going to hold everything together to be on the inside of the papers and not on the outside. My little hole punch didn't quite go all the way through. That's okay. All right, there we go. I lost my place. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, now you see the reason I cut the papers where I did is because I wanted them to be as wide as the paper. All right, now we're gonna cut. You want that tension to be pretty good. You don't want these papers accidentally coming out. Okay, just did a little, and I'm gonna do another third one just for measure. And then you can just cut those a little angle like that. I don't never like to get too close to the knot. All right, so that's how that's gonna look. All right, and so now we have some extra paper and some scraps and things that we can make some little tags and things. Let's address the cover first. So I don't want to forget about this piece. Okay, and then I have this little cutout from this sheet, and it says Sweet Moments, Simple Pleasures, which I think is just adorable for a little journal. Let's put this down with a little bit foam tape. Whoops, crash. That was too much foam tape. Right there. And then I thought we'd add some little flowers. Let's get rid of those pieces. All right, so I've got my little flower stash. Got some cute little bright pink. I thought would be so cute in the front. Just like that. Right, and then, so there's our little cording holding everything in place. And then let's talk about the pockets here. So I've already started. I've got my little punch, and I've already started these tags. So you just need to make sure your scraps are cut to, this is a 2.5 inch wide strip. And if I was starting with a 2.5 inch wide, I would just put it in this end like this, punch, and then you get that. And then here is a little 1.5 inch wide with that cute little butterfly. So the in-between one is the 2 inch wide, and I've got some little heart-shaped vellum. Now vellum is sort of better cut when you put something with it, because like the corner punch, when you punch really lightweight paper, sometimes it tears a little bit. Let's see. Now we did okay. All right. So we could layer them like this, but this pink one is definitely going to need a little something on it. So we've got our scraps. So we could put a little something just like this and like this, but I really want that vellum to show up better. So what if we put a stripe paper? And also, first of all, make sure we're going to fit in there. We're going to trim this down a little bit. Okay, trim this to 4 inches tall. I have this one, which I forgot about. So we can put tags in here and in here. Let's do this one, and let's do a little torn edge along the top right there. Okay, there we go. And then this one right here, And then this one right here, that's going to be really cute. I'm going to tear this one as well. Okay, just like that. And I've got some cute little hot pink ribbon. Just going to do a simple knot on these because I just have a shortest little length of ribbon. This can just go right there. Now these vellum layers of these tags can lay over just like this and just stick out like that. Really cute. Don't forget we have another pocket back here we could do fun things with. So I think this one, we're going to cut this one down to 2.5 inches wide. We're going to use that border. And we've got this really cute one, which I love. Let's trim that one down too. I like just taking extra paper and just utilizing them for tags because, as I said before, I love to give these projects away, and this way you guys will have a little bit of ephemera that you can play with. So how I do this is, I ask that you watch my video all the way to the end. Hopefully you have. And I ask that you like, comment, and be a subscriber. And then we're going to wait about a week and we're going to choose one of you and we're going to announce the winner by using their YouTube username, which is exclusive to you. And we're going to announce that in next week's video. It'll just pop up. You may have noticed a pop-up from last week's video in this week's video. That's how that works. So I really hope you participate because about half the time people don't. And I really hope you subscribe because YouTube tells me about 60% of you watching are not subscribed. And it really helps out my channel if you're subscribed. So we're just about done here. Okay, so we've got cute tags here. Here, and a cute little vellum tag. We can get right there. Got another little vellum tag I'll add in as well. And then I also told you guys that we would use the remaining pieces of that pink paper. Okay, so remember we cut it down. We cut 2 3/4 inch down. And what I did was I took this and I cut them on the fold after I'd folded all the pieces. And then I took one of my scrap pieces of this folder from the file folder, put it right here. I didn't have to cut anything down. This is what was left. I folded this over just a little bit. I'm going to make a little extra notebook. I'm going to take my cute little estate sale stapler and I'm going to make sure everything is aligned. And the reason I cut these in half is because I want them to be easily torn out. If you have a fold there, they're not going to be easy to filter out. They're just going to stay there. Okay, so that's super cute. And so then we can take just a little bit of paper. We could put that there. Let's cut that down. And we're going to glue that over the staple area. And then we have just sort of this bonus little notebook. Just using our scraps. Just right there. Oh, too small. Okay, there's one other thing I want to grab. I want them over, away from my desk. Here we go. So we can just glue this. right there. And then those pages should just tear out really, really easily. And then this is not going to fit inside of this like easily. I mean, it will, you could put it in the back pocket, but it'll kind of make things extra thick. But I will include this as a giveaway to whoever wins this, okay? So I've got, this one is just a little 1-inch circle. And we can take it and just punch out one of these cute little sweet peas. And we can just put that right there. It's kind of a little decorative page element. Okay, so now you've got an extra little notebook. You could stick it just like right back in here as an extra little bonus gift. Okay, as I said, it'll make things a little thicker, but that's where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to do another little page. I always like to put a little something right there on that starting page just to make it extra cute. And you could put these on various pages if you'd like. All right, you guys, so that's it. That's what I've got for you today. Just, I think this was an easy one. I hope it was an easy one. It's a little time consuming. You don't have to like hand color all of your papers. You could just use copy paper. So cute little cover, cute little file folder notch, cute little pocket loaded up with tags for giving this away. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Got all your cute little papers that can be removable. Extra little notebook and extra little tags. I hope you participate in our giveaway. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.